Last night, you had a dream. It might have been beautiful. It might have been strange. It might have made absolutely no sense. But this morning, it's gone. Maybe you remember a face, a color, a feeling, and then nothing. So why does this happen? Why can our minds create entire worlds while we sleep, but erase them just minutes after we wake up? Welcome back to Simple Things Why and How, where we take simple questions and uncover the fascinating science behind them. Today's question feels almost personal, because we've all experienced it. You wake up knowing you just had a dream, and as you try to hold on to it, it fades away like smoke. Let's talk about why that happens. First, here's something important. You don't forget dreams because they aren't important. You forget them because your brain is in a completely different mode when you're dreaming. Most vivid dreams happen during something called REM sleep. That stands for rapid eye movement sleep. This is the stage where your brain is incredibly active. In fact, parts of your brain are almost as active as when you're awake. But here's the catch. The part of your brain responsible for logic and organizing memories, the prefrontal cortex, is less active during rapid eye movement sleep. That's the area that helps you structure events into a clear story. So while you're dreaming, your brain is generating images, emotions, and experiences, but it's not organizing them properly for long-term storage. It's like writing a story without saving the file. Now there's another major reason. Memory formation depends heavily on a chemical in your brain called norepinephrine. This chemical plays a big role in helping you lock experiences into memory. During rapid eye movement sleep, norepinephrine levels drop dramatically, almost to zero. And without it, your brain struggles to convert experiences into stable memories. So even though your dream might feel vivid and intense, your brain simply isn't in recording mode. It's in experiencing mode. That's why when you wake up, the dream feels real for a few seconds, because it's still fresh in your short-term memory. But if you don't think about it immediately, if you don't replay it, if you don't write it down, it disappears. And there's also something else happening. When you wake up, your brain quickly switches into problem-solving mode. You start thinking about your day, your responsibilities, your phone notifications, your schedule. That flood of new information pushes the fragile dream memory out. Short-term memory has limited space. And dreams? They're fragile guests. If something more important walks in, they're the first to leave. But here's something fascinating. Some people remember their dreams more often than others. Why? Part of it is awareness. Studies suggest that people who frequently remember dreams tend to wake up slightly more during the night, even if they don't realize it. Those tiny awakenings give the brain a chance to transfer the dream into memory before it fades. It's like briefly opening your eyes to take a mental snapshot. If you don't wake up during or right after a dream, it often vanishes completely. And then there's attention. The more you care about remembering dreams, the better you get at it. If you wake up and immediately ask yourself, "What was I just dreaming?" you increase the chance of holding on to it. But if you grab your phone within seconds, the dream doesn't stand a chance. Now here's the deeper question. Why would our brains design dreams in a way that makes them so easy to forget? Well, some scientists believe dreams aren't meant to be stored like regular memories. Instead, they may be part of a processing system. During sleep, your brain reorganizes information, sorts emotions, strengthens useful memories, and weakens unnecessary ones. Dreams might be the side effect of that process. They're not always messages. They're not always hidden meanings. Sometimes they're just your brain cleaning up. And once the job is done, there's no need to keep the temporary imagery. It's like scratch paper. You use it to solve the problem, then you throw it away. But even if we forget most dreams, they still affect us. Have you ever woken up feeling anxious without knowing why? or peaceful, or inspired. That emotional residue often stays, even when the details don't. Because while the story fades, the feeling sometimes lingers. And maybe that's what matters most. Your brain doesn't always need to keep the images. It just needs to process the emotion. So the next time you wake up and your dream slips away, don't feel frustrated. Your mind was working through something. Quietly. In the dark. And even if you don't remember the story, your brain does. If you enjoy exploring the hidden science behind everyday mysteries, make sure you subscribe to Simple Things Why and How. Because sometimes the most fascinating things happen when we're not even awake. And I'll see you in the next one.